Right now at 5, La Crosse's new mayor making history. What Shondell Washington Spivey told us before his swearing in.
Plus, what just happened in the Prairie du Chien School District that has parents sounding off on Facebook.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Well, it's official and it's historic.
Shondell Washington Spivey just sworn in as La Crosse's new mayor. Our own Grace Monk is live with reaction tonight. Grace.
It's a historic day here in La Crosse as Shondell Washington Spivey becomes the city's first black and openly gay mayor. Shondell Washington Spivey was sworn in as mayor at City Hall this afternoon. He was joined by council members, including Chris Kalo, who Washington Spivey beat by roughly 450 votes. Washington Spivey says he already has goals set for his first few months in office.
First priority is really getting to know the staff. That includes the director, the city staff, really connecting with them, letting them learn more of my leadership style. And then in addition, on the campaign trail, the unhoused issue was a really big issue that a lot of constituents were concerned about. So making sure that we figure out a solid plan for that, as well as infrastructure. I'm mostly excited to just start tomorrow serving this community as this mayor.
New Common Council members were also sworn in, and Tamara Dickinson was named president of the Common Council. Admissions is $20, and for children under 10, it's free. In La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. A developing story out of Prairie du Chien. The school district is cutting some programs. According to the Fenimore High School Gymnastics Facebook page, their program, Dance and Cheerleading, are on the list of 12 possible cuts for the 2025 through 26 school year. The school district's operational referendum failed on April 1st. It asked voters to approve $7 million over the next 4 years. Tonight at 10, we'll hear from the district superintendent.
We are hearing from the new school superintendent for La Crosse and Hoka, Wally Genevico. He is currently the principal at La Crosse Logan High School. We asked why this was the time to make the move.
And when this opportunity came up about a month and a half ago, I thought about it. I asked a lot of questions. That's when I decided this is for me, and this is a job that I believe I can perform and perform well.
The La Crosse and Hoka School Board hopes to finalize his contract in the next few days.
Hands-off protesters were out in La Crosse today. They were targeting Social Security cuts and office closings.
We just want to say hands off and forget trying to fire people and make it harder, just like for voting. It's making it harder for people to vote when they keep putting these extra things. This is going to be harder for people to access their rightful Social Security.
The protest happened outside the Social Security Administration building. The hands-off protest is part of a national movement targeting cuts made by Elon Musk's Doge department. A GOP bill limiting certain flag displays has made it out of the committee. It would prohibit any flag other than the American flag and the state flag from being flown, hung, or displayed on state, local, and school buildings. The bill was introduced after Governor Evers flew Pride and Juneteenth flags at the state capitol building.
Happening tonight, Vernon County residents have a chance to weigh in on local housing needs. The County Housing Task Force is hosting a public input session at Prairie View Elementary in DeSoto. The meeting goes until 7 p.m. in the school gym, and they'll present their findings at next month's Rural Housing Summit. Road improvements are back on at the Trempealeau National Wildlife Refuge. The main entrance road is closed to all traffic. Visitors can still access the refuge through the marshland access on Highway 3554. Construction projects should be done by June 30th.
Well, if you're tired of the wind, we're definitely going to be in store for a nice day on Wednesday. Really pleasant conditions before the storms come back into play here for Thursday. But overall, we had some wind here, not quite as bad as Monday. Overall temperatures pretty similar to what we had yesterday, but still overall below average even as you go further north. We're mainly in the 50s, upper 50s as you go further to the southwest, but that will change tomorrow. Cloud cover out there, but it's beginning to dissipate as the sun begins to set here. We'll see clearing skies, but overall current temperatures are mainly in the 50s with that cloud cover out there. So this evening, really the wind will start decreasing, becoming almost light and variable as we get closer to 10 p.m. for Eau Claire. Excuse me, similar story for La Crosse as we get towards 10 p.m., getting back down into the low 40s with that north-northwest wind beginning to decrease. Overnight will be a little bit colder than previous night just because the wind will be calm. Low 20s up to the north, to nearly 30 to the south, so that is below average, but still quiet. And as I mentioned, we have a lot of stormy conditions coming in for Thursday, although the severe threat's not as much there. We'll kind of time out when to expect the storms and how much precipitation we have going forward into Friday. That all coming up a bit later.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
In Holman today, people were given free health checks and medical advice. It was part of the Be Well Health Fair at the area community center. Blood pressure screenings and hearing tests were also available. Health professionals from Mayo and Gunderson were on hand to answer questions.
We have our fitness instructors in the dance studio to talk about fitness. This is all about being well and healthy, and as we age, just continuing to enjoy life and be healthy.
The day ended with people taking part in pickleball.
Big news for Sam's Club members, the warehouse chain remodeling all 600 of its stores. The chain currently has a location in Onalaska. Changes include scan and go and shipping your purchases directly to your home. Sam's Club is also planning to open 15 new clubs every year over the next decade.
It's now time to look at what's making news around the state. Possible trouble for a future Buc-ee's in Oak Creek. A neighborhood group is suing the city. The group claims the rezoning to accommodate Buc-ee's is illegal. The city has 45 days to respond. Buc-ee's is hoping to be open by 2027.
The winter moratorium on utility disconnections in Wisconsin ends today. It stops providers from disconnecting heating services for non-payment. To avoid disconnection, customers are encouraged to contact their utility to set up a payment plan.
Today is the deadline for most U.S. taxpayers to file their federal taxes. The IRS has extended the deadline in states like Arkansas, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Los Angeles County in California due to natural disasters in recent months. All taxpayers can request an extension from the IRS, which would give them until mid-October to file.
Joe Biden stepping back into the spotlight, where the former president will be in 30 minutes, and his message.
But first, could America soon run out of toilet paper? The news at 5 is coming back.
You begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you.
When you're trying to remodel your bathroom and find that perfect look, seeing is believing. And when one of our comfort advisors visits your home to talk about bringing your vision to life, they'll come with all our products in our new showroom trailer, discovering all the possibilities from the comfort of your home.
At Vernon Memorial Healthcare, we believe in your birth, your way. From prenatal visits to postpartum care, we provide continuous support, respect your birth plan, and ensure a smooth transition from pregnancy to parenthood. With expert lactation consultants and a comforting home-like environment, we're here for you before, during, and after delivery. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where your journey is in caring hands.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Have you checked your sump pump lately? After a big rain, basement flooding can significantly damage your home. Stay ahead and dry with a call to Maxwell White. We have standard pumps along with battery backup systems in case you lose power. Prevent future damage. Contact Maxwell White today.
You begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you.
President Trump doubled down today on his fight with Harvard after the White House announced a freeze of $2.2 billion in grants to the elite institution. Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
A day after the White House announced it's freezing $2.2 billion in grants to Harvard University and $60 million in contracts, President Trump went further, writing on social media that perhaps Harvard should lose its tax-exempt status and be taxed as a political entity.
All the president is asking, don't break federal law, and then you can have your federal funding.
It comes after Harvard rejected a list of Trump administration demands, including ending DEI policies and enacting new student discipline measures, saying they were insufficient for those participating in pro-Palestinian campus protests.
Harvard should apologize for the egregious anti-Semitism that took place on their college campus against Jewish American students.
Harvard warned without federal funding, cutting-edge medical, scientific, and technological research will come to a halt midstream.
It's not just that things have been stopped cold, which a lot of it has, like one day they're doing research and then the next day they can't. It's also the fact that they can't plan.
Also today, there is a new hearing concerning the Maryland man the White House acknowledges was deported to El Salvador after an administrative error. Attorneys for Kilmar Abrego Garcia wrote in a court filing that the Trump administration has to at least request their client's return from El Salvador to comply with last week's Supreme Court order. The White House maintains he's a gang member, even though he was never charged or convicted of a crime. At the White House Monday, the president of El Salvador made it clear he has no intention of returning Abrego Garcia. The case could return to the High Court. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
The European Union is imposing retaliatory tariffs on American toilet paper. It says the move will happen if trade negotiations with the U.S. collapse. The tariff would be 25%. Canada supplies much of the bleached softwood pulp, which is a key material in 30% of U.S. toilet paper and 50% of paper towels.
Joe Biden is set to deliver his first public remarks since leaving office. It'll happen tonight in Chicago. Biden will give a keynote address at the National Conference of Advocates, Counselors, and Representatives for the Disabled. The former president's topic will be protecting Social Security.
American Airlines is adding free Wi-Fi to its fleet. It starts in January 2026. The perk will only be available to loyalty program members. AT&T is backing the new service. American is one of the last remaining carriers charging people for Wi-Fi.
Starbucks is updating its uniform. Baristas will soon be wearing solid black tops under those iconic green aprons. Pant colors will either be khaki, black, or blue denim. The new dress code starts May 12th.
Elephants in action.
How they protected each other during an earthquake.
And yeah, we have pleasant conditions for Wednesday, dry and nice, but come Thursday, we're going to have showers and thunderstorms that could impact a lot of activities, including Thursday evening's commute. This could go into Friday, too. So we'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Mike Glassmaker enjoys working at Park Bank because he can help with all aspects of his customers' banking needs. Mike enjoys the heat of brats, burgers, and ribs, and anything he can fit on his grill. So visit Mike at Park Bank in La Crosse to talk about your banking needs.
From the creators of bacon, Applewood smoked ham, ham and Swiss melts, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Spring is here, and it's time for a fresh start. Right now at King Furniture, we're making it easy to refresh your home. Trade in your old furniture or mattress and get a discount on brand new furniture. We'll even deliver and haul it off for free. Find the latest styles in bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, and more. And save up to 60% off store-wide. Plus, enjoy free delivery and 12 months no-interest financing. There's never been a better time to upgrade. Out with the old, in with the new. Spring into comfort at King Furniture.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you see condensation here, you could have mold hiding here. You need a trusted window company to replace the window and check for hidden issues. At Clear Choice, we know that your home is your biggest investment, and in a year like this, every dollar needs to be spent wisely. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-step installation process on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Call now for 5 years interest-free financing. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions or something less.
At Choice Hotels like this Quality Inn, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation and get more of that family time. Can I see that? Maximized. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Park Bank is working in your best interest, and we have something interesting for you. There's a lot of interest in our money market accounts at 2.01% APY. Interested? Contact us at Park Bank, member FDIC.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now. The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
This video is going viral.
Yeah, it shows elephants at the San Diego Zoo reacting to an earthquake. The elephants were engaged in a behavior called an alert circle. Zookeepers say it's meant to protect the young and the entire herd. After a few minutes, they separated but stayed close to one another.
And that is just the cutest animal instinct right there, protecting their young.
That's right.
Or protecting each other.
Yeah.
Well, good for us. They have an alert circle. No first alerts in our forecast anytime soon. It's going to be looking pretty nice out tomorrow, right, Greg?
Definitely going to be looking probably the best day of the week if you want dry conditions and sunshine. Temperature-wise, pretty close to where we should be. Tonight's just going to be quiet, colder than we've had for the last number of nights, but the good news is the wind is not going to be an issue tonight, basically becoming light and variable. So tomorrow, more sunshine in the morning. We'll have a little bit of increase in clouds in the afternoon, but still quiet. The storms come in Thursday. It's going to be periods of it that'll go Thursday night, actually even into Thursday too. It's not going to be an all-day type rain Thursday night into Friday, but there will be periods of showers and thunderstorms coming through the area. So that's what we're looking at for that. Overall, for temperatures, should be mainly in the 60s or at least close, hitting the 60 or a few degrees above. This is pretty close to where we should be, maybe a degree or two above average, but for the most part, really nice and pleasant conditions. Now, Thursday, temperatures are going to be kind of steady. We'll have a warm night going into Thursday, but so the temperatures won't climb too much given the cloud cover. So back in the 60s, if we get a little bit of sunshine, some places might get a little bit higher than this, but overall, cloud cover is going to come in pretty quickly, and the storm chance looks to be coming in probably around noon to early afternoon hours. So Friday, with a lot of precipitation going on, that wind turns around from the north as the system passes to our south, so this will keep the temperatures cooler, mainly into 50s, even upper 40s. Further southeast you go, maybe into the 60s too, so that's what we're looking at too for steady temperatures going Friday too. So overall, the precipitation chance really is going to start off about 9 to 10, and there's still some questions how early this may get going. Right now, I still think it's at noon to early afternoon, but we'll have to see if we get a little bit of activity as that warm front begins to lift north. We'll see one little area developing probably around noon to early afternoon. This will be showers and thunderstorms. Could be a little bit of small hail threat with this as it lifts northeast. That's a warm front. We'll have additional development here and there scattered throughout the afternoon until we get a line potentially forming somewhere along the cold front as it kind of comes through in the evening hours. So we'll see another additional line come through. The strongest severe threat, as you see right down there, even red starting to pop up with some of those storms. That's where the strongest storms are expected too. Now, as we go into Friday, we're going to see additional development come along there. So we'll see additional development probably in the morning hours and then probably more drier conditions in the afternoon. So it's really periods of it, not all day type rainfall, but they could be strong. We'll have to keep an eye. Right now, the main threat is to the south towards Waterloo. That's a level 1. We're kind of in a marginal risk condition right now. And under that, we have a limited opportunity to see probably on the hail side is what I'm really would be concerned if we're going to see some of that with the initial line coming in the morning and then maybe additional for as we go to Thursday evening. And that's really what the hail threat. A lot of moisture with this, but they are going to move in. So I think the flood threat is pretty low too, given how fast these storms will be moving. Now, Friday, the front kind of sags south. It stays down right there, so that's where the severe threat would be for Friday. As mentioned, we're on the backside of this system, so we'll still have showers and a few thunderstorms, but we'll have that north-northeast wind blowing, so it'll keep us cooler a little bit more stable with a severe threat to the south as we go on. So overall, precipitation, this could change a lot. And really, depending on if you get a thunderstorm or not, you could see a lot more than a half to an inch. I think everyone will see some. It just depends on where these thunderstorms line up. But there is a potential for some areas to get maybe as much as an inch out of this system. And as we go to the 8-day forecast, you can see overall we're going to dry out for Saturday. Looks mainly dry for Easter for Sunday, and then we have another chance of rain coming in back in. That would be Sunday night into Monday. Oops, I kind of skipped ahead there. Overall, that's what we're looking at, and then temperatures will rebound. So enjoy tomorrow, because Thursday gets a little wet, and Friday will be a bit wet. And then overall, Easter weekend, for the most part, is looking okay.
Okay, so a little back and forth.
It's back and forth. It's April. That's what we get.
All right, thanks, Greg. Well, it is almost that excellent time of year.
See how a Peeps factory is boosting production ahead of Easter when we come back.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, we're talking with Western Text Horticultural Club about tomorrow's plant sale, where you can get expert help potting your new green friends. We'll see you then.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. At American Waterworks, we use modern techniques and warranted solutions to restore your peace of mind in your home. After all, your home's foundation issues won't get better with time, but it will with our proven solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs, plus $1,000 spring bonus cash on select vehicles. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
We see you out there, making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. And at Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it. By offering best-in-class products and dependable solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. So when the work's all done, you can find value to enjoy the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
Getting the kids ready for school isn't always easy.
But knowing what it'll be like so they know what to wear makes it a little easier.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
This music for the story.
I know. I'm jazzed now. It's that time of year. Let's take a peek inside the place that makes Peeps.
The popular Easter treat is made in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Just Born Quality Confections cranks out 5.5 million Peeps a day, or 2 billion a year.
We think that Peeps have become such a cultural icon because they have been passed down through generations. Families that have put them in Easter baskets or received them in their Easter baskets are then passing them down to their children and family and friends.
The company also makes hot tamales, Mike and Ike, and peanut shoes.
Okay.
Da-na-na-na.
It's still playing through your head.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's such
triumphant music. They're coming. Oh my goodness.
Well, there is such a debate over whether it's a staple or not, and it kind of varies by family.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of them. They're fun, but they're not my favorite. I'm a chocolate girl.
Yep, yeah.
Like maybe if you smash that between a graham cracker with
Put
chocolate,
a s'more,
a peep s'more. How about that? But no, just plain. But no, it's always fun.
Absolutely,
Fun
and it is
tradition
kind of a staple to see around this time of year. But I'm with you. Give me the chocolate.
Billions a year. That's a lot of Peeps.
Oh yeah.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Right now, during Home Furniture's spring sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 5, 10, and even 15% off sale prices throughout the store. Plus, pay no interest for up to 5 years on brand name mattresses during the spring sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
Ah, it's deer season.
Already? Nice knowing you. We gotta hide.
No, not that deer season. Deer season. It's that time of year when you can get $3,000 off at an authorized John Deere dealer.
A deer season that saves bucks?
That's right.
It's deer season, now through June 2nd.
Visit Tractor Central today to find out why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
It's a John Deere day.
Save now during the Refresher Space Spring Sale at Carpets to Go. Now until April 30th, you can save on beautiful carpet, exquisite hardwoods, laminate, and tile. Plus, at Carpets to Go, you can get free estimates, design, and 6 months financing. Save now through April 30th during the Refresher Space Spring Sale at Carpets to Go. Whatever you want on your floor, Carpets to Go in Onalaska.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $43.50 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
During the spring mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get up to 10% off sale prices on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. Get this Aurora Queen or this Jewel Pillow Top Queen, your choice for just $8.99. The spring mattress sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
All right, tonight, quiet, light winds. That's the better news. Unfortunately, the temperatures will get a little bit colder tonight, back to the upper 20s in some areas, even lower than that further north. The good news going into tomorrow, it's going to be plenty of sunshine in the morning, light winds, pretty seasonable temperatures, and then the showers and thunderstorms come back in play on Thursday, and that'll extend through Friday, although there won't be an all-day rain on both days. We could see some stronger ones, and then the weekend for right now, Easter, is looking pretty good and pretty seasonal too, and until we have rain come Sunday night. So overall, pretty typical April, really.
Yeah, seasonable is the perfect word.
That's
for it.
about it.
Sure is. All right, that does it for us at 5.
And we'll see you back at 6.